Welcome to Marantz Rantz, no advice on finance. Spin the wheel and take a chance. Get an NFT and a little education. The system got undertow, that knowledge is flotation. You wanna learn? Well, you came to right place. You pumping AMC, might get slapped in the face. Get your due diligence, know who the villain is. Don't be a sheep when the shepherd's carnivorous. So come learn, laugh, and maybe you win big. And listen up, y'all, the wheel is not rigged. Everybody get a chance in the live chat. Kyoto spin wheel, you win just like that. Retail fight back and this retail winning. Y'all just wait, man, this is just the beginning. All fellow simians, GME group singing the truth. We just chillin', infinity pool swimming. So welcome to Marantz Rantz. A lot of knowledge but no advice on finance. Don't even need pants, you can tune in naked like Henny the Mayo Man. Internet's most hated. Don't wanna lose your money, then it's time for you to listen. If you're ignorant, invest in AMC, a superstition. The stream about ready, they told us to don't dance. I do what I want. Welcome to Marantz Rantz. 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 Welcome to Marantz Rantz.
You already know. You already know. Today's historical. It's historical. It's rhetorical. It's all of the ickles. Welcome back. Welcome back to Marantz Rantz. Plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, a whole lot of truth, no financial advice. Check out how you do a stream. Everybody, get a notepad. Take some notes. Let's get it down. Shout out to Landon and his wife in the kitchen, shaking that ass. What? To Usher? To Mario? To Chris Brown? Ain't no way. Oh, my God, bro. Oh, my God. I'm ready to go out right now. Oh, there's a lot to look forward to. There's a lot of information to get out. We are going to talk about GameStop fundamentals. We are going to talk about GameStop breaking the internet and people not knowing it yet. But there's also other headlines. It's the end of the week. So what do I get to do? I get to give you everything I didn't give you last night when I did a 3-hour video for Old Boy. Yes. Corey, are you up off the floor, Corey? Are you making real estate videos? I gave you a good show a real heart-to-heart, big brother, little brother, dad to son. Don't worry. I mean, if you want to take it and consume it, it's on you. But me, I'm back on my grind, baby. I'm back. I'm back and I'm better than ever. You know why? I get energized, guys. There's things that happen. It just so happens I walked home. My wife was grilling on the steak. She was doing some chicken, some shit. I don't know. I was eating, right? And I was like, yeah, Mom, I got this. I got to go do a show. She's like, why? I said, because GameStop did something that they haven't done in 6 years. What did they do? They gave out guidance, forward guidance. And I'll explain that whole narrative. For those of you that don't know the stock, the trade, the info, the news, this is the show. Welcome back. Welcome back to Marantz Rantz. Did I say it already? Did I get it out? I did, huh? Welcome back to Marantz Rantz, the place where we learn how to dance and we learn how to keep it in our pants. No, we can't. We got to show it. Never mind. I'll stop. I start rhyming and rapping and going, and then I don't know what I say next. There's children that watch the show. Shout out to AJ, my man, #1 fan out there. And, well, I can't tell you where he's from, guys. I just tell you it's where the beach is, because that's where he's at. I don't want to, I don't like to dox people. Speaking of doxing in their homes, I don't know if you guys know this stat that's coming across the lines tonight, every night, yesterday, today, all week. I didn't care about the numbers that came out as far as they're telling you there's inflation. They're telling you there's a jobs number. There's a housing number. The real number is this. The disparity between sellers and buyers in the housing market is the greatest disparity in the history of America. If you guys are not familiar, we have 630,000 more sellers than buyers. Why is that so significant? Does that mean it's a buyer's market? It can mean that. It can if you're a buyer. But it also tells me people aren't looking for new homes. Now, this is cyclical. This was going to happen no matter what, and here's why. 90% plus homeowners in America have a greater interest rate than the current one they're offering. So why would you get out of your home? Well, are you trying to move up? Are we moving on up to the east side? That big apartment in the sky? I mean, what are we really doing here? Are we trying to tell America that you can buy whatever you want? There's an inventory. Is there selling pressure? Are people cutting the prices short yet? No? They still think that shit's worth something. Oh, my bad, bros. They probably own blue chips, Mag 7 stocks. How's that working out for you? You see, listen, guys, there's going to be a time. There's going to be a time where everybody gets cutthroat with each other. And when this market comes crashing down, and we've been calling for a market crash for, 5 years. Have we been wrong? We're wrong? We've been wrong for 5 years. Oh, my God. Marantz, you missed the biggest bull run in your life. No, I didn't. The biggest bull run is buying GameStop at 20, like I have been for the last 5.5 years. Let me tell you something about GameStop at 21.76, how grossly undervalued that is, the misrepresentation of that price. You know what GameStop did today, guys? They came out with forward guidance, and they gave a number. And if you guys do not know the number they gave $600 million on adjusted EBITDA. Just so we're clear, okay, guys? That number of 600 million versus 345 last year, that is operations. Are we clear? That is what you do at the till. That is your gross product, your minus the COGS, minus SG&A. What ends up at the bottom, your net profit on operations will be $600 million plus. That's GameStop's quote. Now, if GameStop misses that, does it really matter? No, it doesn't matter. At this point, it doesn't matter because we're talking about a number that is so massive. It's about 75 to 80% more than last year. Could you imagine having an increase in the 30th year of business and it being 80%, 90% ops? We're not counting interest. If we had interest on there, what would it be? Maybe 300 million more? So we're coming in at $1 billion. You have a consolidated cash flow chart, consolidated earnings, consolidated period. There's that little column in there, and it's going to have unrealized profits. It's going to have investments. It's going to have eBay. By the way, we own 43 million shares, economic exposure to 43 million shares of eBay at a valuation of $4.7 billion. Hi, eBay. My name's Ryan, and I own you. Is that clear? You know what I was thinking? I was brainstorming something, okay? Why Ryan can sit there so confident and smug and perfect, and I say smug on my behalf, okay? Because I would be as cocky as he is, too. We're going to buy him. We don't care. We're going to take him. There's many of avenues we can take. Yeah, I got it. Boom. You know, what if Ryan already knows this? Do you guys, let's just see if you guys understand math. If there are 449 million shares of eBay, and they're buying back shares, by the way, all the time. But let's just say, for argument's sake, they have 450 million shares. And you want to own 1% of that company. 1%. You would have to have $450 million worth of shares right now. So that would be the price. I'm just ballparking a price for you. How about 500 million means 1%? Is that fine? So Ryan says he's investing his own capital, $500 million, and he's going to own 1% himself. Not to mention GameStop already owns 9.77%. All right. Help me out here. What if Ryan has 10 friends? What if Ryan has 20 friends? And what if they all own 1%? Well, then I think you're pretty safe, or I think you'd feel pretty confident about the outcome that's about to happen. You see, there's things that have happened with GameStop over the last half decade that tell me there's proof in front of you about what's really happening. Okay? I'm going to tell you what it is because people telegraph moves and they do it subconsciously, and that's why I can read between the lines on a lot of things. You guys know this. And I think I get it from my mom. Shout out to Mom. I'm going to tell you about my mom real quick. I haven't done this to you. Thank you for the jewels and whatever gift that you guys gave me, a trophy. That's awesome. Thank you for the trophy cake. That's pretty cool. Thank you. Let me tell you guys something about my mom. My mom, growing up, was the biggest Michael Jackson fan I have ever seen in my life. She loved Michael Jackson from the minute he was 5 years old. They're the same age, Michael Jackson and my mom. They were born the same year, I believe, like 68 or something like that. It's my stepmom, but she's my mom. You know the deal. She raised me since I was 3. Mom was the biggest Jackson 5 fan. She was all about Michael when he had the fro, when he was out there doing Off the Wall, right? And want to be starting something, you got to be starting something. I don't know, all of it. She loved Michael Jackson the whole way through. And when Michael Jackson first got accused of whatever they were accusing him of, She said it's all bullshit. She really did. I remember clear as day. She goes, nope, he would never. That's not who he is. He's being framed. He's being manipulated. He's being pressured. She said all that. I didn't know why, but then I figured it out. I was like, oh, now as an adult, I said, oh, it's because he had all the music rights to the Beatles, and he owned half of Sony, and he owned everything, all the masters. So they're pressuring him to get out of Sony. And it was awesome today when Macaulay Culkin came out in an interview today and said that he and his mom were offered by Sony executives $1 million to falsely accuse Michael Jackson of said action. And I said, holy shit, man, my mom understands. My mom knew it then. She read somebody, she saw through the clutter and the FUD, and she said, that's fine. I can get through it. I believe in this. That was cool. I did the same thing with Jeffrey Epstein. I said, Jeffrey Epstein, Leon Black, you can't fool me. You quit your $1 billion company, one where you're the CEO, chairman of the board, founder, $30 billion of your own wealth. You quit that because, he duped you out of some tax money, allegedly now, after he testified today, guys. Leon Black testified today and said that Jeffrey Epstein confused him. He's a billionaire. Confused him. Told him that the money he was paying him was a tax write-off, and it wasn't. Oh, okay. That's why you paid him so much, because it was a tax write-off. Then he refused to answer questions about NDAs. Go figure. You got nothing to hide, though, Leon. Anyway, back to the story. Back to what I'm saying to you guys, because I get thrown off sometimes, guys. I'm all over because, hey, I got a lot to think about. Now, let's just say GameStop 6 years ago, under new guidance, new management, refused to give out the playbook. Oh, look at my wife, ready to rock. Is this a pina colada, babe? Sure. It's her version of a pina colada. There's pineapple, ice, Malibu. There's some shit in here, bro. Oh, this means we're going out tonight. Oh, my God. Lord help us all. Oh, Red Cup Army, salute. Anyway. Back to GameStop story. Let's say GameStop 6 years ago, under Ryan's guidance, said, you know what? We're not going to give out our playbook. We're not going to tell Wall Street what we're doing. We're not going to tell them that we're cutting X amount of stores, that we're doing this, we're not going to say anything. And because we're not going to say anything, Wall Street fought back and said, I'm not giving out guidance on that company, and we're not going to cover that company. No more analysts will cover GameStop. I remember because I was here. I was live when the news dropped. It actually dropped from Bank of America. There was a company called Loop Capital and Bank of America both suspended coverage of GameStop back in 2021. I remember. And I was asking everywhere. I was looking around. I actually talked to Charles Gasparino about this. And he said, Marantz, whenever they don't give out guidance on a stock, analysts won't give it any rating because the volatility proves them wrong. Remember that all of Wall Street bet that GameStop was going to be bankrupt. All the media bet that it was going to be bankrupt. Matter of fact, they were deployed to say it. So the fact that it wasn't going bankrupt, well, now, you know what? F you, man. And then GameStop got re-rated, and they got downgraded into what we call a value stock, and they got pulled out of the growth sector. Okay. Do you know what value they don't have? If you're going to grade them off of value, guess what's the problem there? They had no value at the time. They were declining in value because they were trying to clean up the books. They were trying to, steer the ship one way. It's like trying to move the Titanic, man. And you were like, but you're in a bathtub. It was unbelievable how hard it was to make this company profitable. Yet we still did it. We're still here. 6 years later, we figured it out. Now, here's the best part. 6 years later, GameStop finally comes out with guidance. Boom, hits the wire, hits the tape. And the guidance is half the story. You see, giving out guidance is part of getting re-rated. And when you get re-rated, this is the only way financial institutions are going to give you backing. Remember, GameStop has to spell out the story. They can no longer go, you know what? We're going to make $100 million a quarter off of interest. You know why? Because that cash is currently being deployed on an asset that has unrealized gains north of $500 million, north all the way to $1 billion. In addition to that, the interest will generate 200 to 300 in that range, but you're going to also have the operations giving you $600 million. That's what they just put. So $600 million on adjusted EBITDA, meaning one-timers don't count against it. I got you. The one-time expenses and the closing of this and the asset impairment charge against Canada and closing of Australia stuff, New Zealand stuff, all of France selling off, all those expenses don't count against the number. Gotcha. I understand that. So for us to have $600 million plus an additional 2, at least on interest, now we're looking at what? 8? Plus what, though? Plus all the unrealized gains on a consolidated balance sheet. And what it's going to tell you is that GameStop has made $1.5 billion, $2 billion this year. That's what the number is coming. But now that you've laid out guidance, now Wall Street gets to come and co-sign with you. The bankers are telling, the professional bankers are telling, and the professional consultants are telling GameStop how to get this ball rolling. Every step you see is very methodical. I'm going to tell you the other methodical step, the part where I said they give it away, and I get this. And now I'm back on track. Remember, I was talking about people giving away things, and I can see through the lines, and I can understand. Mom taught me that by talking about Michael Jackson. Okay, got you. Now I know where I'm at. Ryan Cohen did an interview, and he said, I'm gonna tell you something. He said, I'm going to pursue something that changes capital markets. You see, guys, what changes capital markets is the presentation and the offer that GameStop did to eBay. It is not traditional. Doing a half cash, half stock offer is very different than multiple ways of doing M&A. The ideal way of doing M&A, just so that we're clear, guys, has always been an institution comes in and they buy out the owner-operator. You will see this happen in numerous companies because the owner-operator is ready to cash out, i.e. when Ryan Cohen sold Chewy. He was the owner-operator, and he said, okay, I'm here to sell it. Come leverage me out. Give me a check. Take ownership. They took it all from him. He could have left some on the table. He could have grandfathered his way in, but he was so young, so naive, and he was in for nothing. And you saw it in him when he did the interview. He kind of like looked at him. He was like, but you know what? No harm, no foul. I'm here now. We got that. But there are companies out there that the initial M&A is to leverage the owner-operator out of the company. And you can do that multiple ways. One, you can offer them cash, buy him out, leverage him out slowly. He ends up walking away and he feels good about it and he owns ownership. He doesn't have any control of the company, but he owns it. And it then becomes a discretionary thing. Now, what you have on the next tranche and the next group of owners is where private equity thrives. You have management teams that buy out other management teams. And by doing it this way, you can also do the employee purchasing program as you back someone out as well. Sell off the shares to the employees, allow them to own the company, and you back yourself out and you make your money. But now that we're dealing with professional management teams, like eBay is professionally managed via Meg Whitman's choices and Bain & Company in instilling these people into this company. Now you saw all the partnerships, right? Buying certain categories and carve-outs of other companies, all to what? Divest or invest? See, there's a difference here. eBay could have done a couple of things different. They could have said, you know what, we're going to concentrate on the core product of what we do, which is sellers and buyers. But instead, they went and bought something that's dead from Etsy. They went and did another deal, buying, Skype and buying PayPal and shipping it up. Like, they found value along the way, whatever it may be, to give value to whomever they're doing deals with. This is all business to business, partner to partner. That's why you want to have these assets under your belt so you can carve out certain pieces of it. Now, Ryan's coming in with that mindset. He's coming in with the mindset of, hey, I'm going to change capital markets. What does that mean? The structure won't be the same. The structure won't be the same because there will not be a straight line CFO. There will not be a straight line COO. There won't be a chief people officer. There won't be all of the chiefs and not enough, well, for the lack of a better term, disciples, Indians, coworkers. Guys, what GameStop is doing today puts them light years ahead of their peers. And Ryan had already orchestrated this from the beginning. You heard about it in January indirectly. I heard him say he's going to change capital markets and he's going to buy something big, really big. That night, I made a video and I said, I think GameStop's buying eBay. You guys can go check the record. It's January 29th and 30th in that time frame when I made the video. I said GameStop's going to buy eBay, and the reason they're going to buy eBay because it's the only thing that makes sense to me. I said that. Nobody can take that away from me. I'm also the only one, the only person in America that said that. So what does that mean? Does that mean I'm right about everything or I'm right? No, it just means that I understand Ryan. I understand what GameStop's trying to do. The synergies make sense. They're going to make a lot more sense because they're going to make dollars and billions of them. So shout out to GameStop for finally doing what no one thought they could do. Reinvent themselves. And shout out to you guys for being invested in the greatest turnaround in public markets. And it is GameStop and it is you. So give yourself a pat on the back. Now, while all that's going on, there are some signs. You guys know. For those of you that were in the Discord today, I posted a picture of the Asian markets, and they were down 5 to 10% across the board for the last week. Like I've told you, Korea's drowning. China's drowning. It's not looking good. And while Japan is not looking great and gold is having a reduct down, guys, gold was 5,000. We're now approaching 3,000 again, 3,900. Silver was 120. It's down to 50. Every single Mag 7 is the disparity is massive. When you think about the Mag 7 stocks, they're only up 1% this year, while the rest of the 493 other stocks in the S&P 500 are up almost 15%. Who's outpacing who? Who's dragging down who? Small caps are having the best year they've ever had since 1991. Let me tell you what happened in 92. A recession. McDonald's down, Palantir down, Amazon down, Nike, Lululemon, MicroStrategies, Apple, Orange Juice, Microsoft, everybody down. And when I say down, below the 200-day moving average, below the 500 moving average, they are down, and they're dragging this sector. The sector, by the way, is the U.S. economy, dragging it through the ground. Where do you find value? I only find value in GameStop. I only find it because it's being able to uphold itself while everything's getting drowned out. It's holding up high and steady at 22 and some change tonight. Okay. We're going to go through it all. I have plenty to show you. We're going to pull up every stock I just named in addition to Hertz and Oracle and Netflix and NVIDIA. Everything's down. While you're up. Are you up? Ah, man. This drink is quenching my thirst. Not my hunger, though. I already ate. I had so much food. I'm a fatty. All right, let's go look at this really quick. Let's see what I can do. I know I can go here. You know, sometimes I'm ready, sometimes I'm not. Rock, steady, steady, rocking all night long, and we begin to rock. Hey, my mom hates that song. Oh, yeah. Rock Steady by, who sings that song? Is it Shalimar? I can't remember who sings that song. I just know she hates it. I think she hates it because my dad used to play it, and girls would be looking at him, and he'd be out there dancing and singing, you know, in the club. My mama was wild, bro. Anyway, GameStop looking healthy, huh? Look at this balance. I looked at this whole thing. It looks good. It feels good. Ah, guys, I can't believe where we're at. 600. Let's just put it out there, though. $600 million ops. That's all stemming off of the fact that they have a locked-in value. First off, let's look at GameStop's net income at $763. When you look at financials, guys, you go to the quarterlies. This right here tells you everything you need to know. GameStop right here, 143 for the quarter. They're now projecting to do 150, 150, 150, 150. That's at a minimum. 600 million. They gave themselves a tee. They put it up. They put a softball on a tee, and they're gonna go up there and hit it out the park, bros. It's like it's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. in the game 6 against the Dodgers. Don't worry, the Dodgers still win, but this dude was hitting bombs. Guys, remember the World Series last year? Am I the only one who remembers it? Just to remind you, the Dodgers won Game 7 after being down 4-2 in the 8th inning. Max Muncy comes out, hits the ball out the damn park. Boom, home run. Now we're 3-4. And here we go. We're going to the 9th. And the Dodgers come up to bat. And before that, in the 8th, the Blue Jays put a guy on second. On the first batter up, he hit it on second. The most hits in the postseason ever. Then here we go. We switch out pitchers. We come and bring in Snell, starting pitcher for the Dodgers. He's one of the starters, but he comes in. He starts pitching. He gets him out the jam. What happened? How'd they get him out the jam? Well, they just got him out, whatever it may be. But, I mean, they had Bo Bichette. They had Vlad Guerrero Jr. They had some bullshit up there. The Blue Jays were stacked. Right, Spiegel, whatever his name is. And then here comes the Dodgers, and you have Miguel Rojas, who hadn't hit a home run since February, comes in. He only had one hit all postseason. And what does he do? Home run out of the park. It's magical. And Ohtani's on deck, bro. They had to pitch to him. Ohtani's on deck. Strikes out, whatever. They go to the bottom of the 9th. Miguel Rojas gets a little grounder up the center. Throws it back to home plate. Will Smith gets him out by like this much, bros. By a cleat. And there you go. Nobody scored. It goes into extra innings. Oh, even before that, they hit a pop fly. And we just happened to switch out Pagas in center field. Thank you, Dave Roberts. He put him in just to put him in some stronger arms because they had people on base. Bases were loaded. They hit a bomb out in the outfield. He ran over Kike Hernandez to make the catch. Boom! Now we go to extras, and what happens there? Yoshi comes out, hits the first batter. God. Then gets to work. They all get to work. And to win the World Series, Mookie Betts, double play, turns a double. And, my man, Charles Frederick Freeman is the man. So, did I tell you about baseball? Did I even tell you I watch baseball? Anyway, what the hell was I talking about again? Oh, my God, I don't even know. I'm just excited. Are you excited? Operating income, this big-ass number? GameStop looking good, huh? Right here. Here's an article that you guys should never forget. This is written by Brian Suzy. Now, Brian Suzy, if you guys don't know, Yahoo Finance, biggest bitch in the world. This guy right here, you guys can see him on the chat right now. He hates Ryan Cohen. Ryan refuses to do any interviews with him. And he says, I will never cover GameStop stock ever again. And he's in here. He's executive editor, Loop Capital Markets analyst, Anthony Chakayamba, whatever his name was among the first analysts on Wall Street to drop coverage of GameStop in February. They all want no part of this. I will never cover it again, that little Anthony Chumbawamba says. Why? Because he got his ass kicked. They all got their ass kicked on GameStop. And they are still mad at Ryan for it happening. Just remember that. So I'm excited that they, since then, and this was in 2021 when this article came out, and so, of course, they talked about they'll never cover it again. That was actually 2025. I apologize. Some more while the meme stock or the coverage is not there. Now look at this. This is today, by the way.
A news alert on GameStop right now. Kate Rooney joins us with the details on that. Kate.
Hey, Frank. So we're just getting an SEC filing from GameStop. In it, the company says that it remains focused on advancing this proposed acquisition of eBay. If you remember back in May, GameStop put in a bid to try to acquire eBay for about $55 billion in terms.
You're in canyons and on summits, going the distance for the
valuation. Ryan Cohen, the CEO, has argued that eBay is a turnaround opportunity. They also just put out some quarterly numbers. GameStop says it now expects adjusted EBITDA of more than $600 million for its current fiscal year. That would be up from about $345 million last year. This is according to the AK. They also promised more materials explaining some of the strategic rationale for that eBay deal. eBay, of course, rejected that bid at the time, called it neither credible nor attractive. GameStop, nevertheless, seems to be saying here that they do plan to continue campaigning to buy eBay. Back over to you, Frank.
Yeah.
Do you see the guy in the chat who's trying to be smart? I want you to hear this guy. He says, Apple still above the 200 MA. Intel still up huge year over year. Gold and silver up massively year over year. The pump to 121 for silver and 5 to 6K for gold was brief. As far as fundamentals, nothing has changed for the two. This is the type of shit I got to listen to. I don't think people know what it means to have a pump on a position at any given time of the week or the month. Rotating out of securities into fixed assets, out of fixed assets into bonds, and back again. Carry trade overseas. What do you think this is? You think you're telling me something that's good for the economy? Good. So, do you know what a margin call is? Do you know? Because Bitcoin's down. Bitcoin's down all the way to the ground. $56 million, $56,000. How do you think Michael Saylor's feeling right now? He's radio silent. Yeah. Protecting himself legally. Can't say the wrong thing, right? What do you think? You think OpenAI just went public to go public? Or tried to go public? You think SpaceX is stellar? What do you think the investors in SpaceX are telling all the investors for Anthropic and OpenAI right now? Don't go public. You're going to lose all the money we put in. Not the banks, but institutional investors are going to lose. They're going to be upside down, right? Whoever bought the IPO the same day. You see, you can come in here and think that markets are up year over year and or your investments up year over year. You must be missing the real numbers that I just showed you. GameStop is up hundreds, if not thousands of % of increase. And their stock hasn't moved, while all of yours have. You'll see exactly what I mean. When the waves stop moving, you'll see what I'm talking about. You know what's being called out right now? Just so that we're clear. There's this headline coming out. Let's go look at it. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't mind being wrong. Okay? Right here. He says, this guy, Jeremy something, Grantham, he says, this is the most expensive market in American history. Yeah, you're right. There's nothing. It's probably nothing. OpenAI limits new AI models to trusted partners. Yeah, at the request of the U.S. government. Why? Because people can't control what AI does. How about this, OpenAI? When you guys go public, make sure you open up those books. They're going to show you guys lost billions of dollars this year. Yeah, $20 billion already lost, OpenAI. Don't worry, Leon Black. We know you're not answering questions. We got you. Hey, you know what's crazy? I got this company here called On Semiconductor Corp. You know On? You know who they are? Cool. So they got into the S&P 500 back in 2022, somewhere in this range over here. They then peaked out all the way to the top. And as they peaked out, what did they do? They came in, made an offer. Remember, they peaked out over here in 2023. No problem. Look at this peak over here, man. Look at this shit right now. Look at this run all the way straight back down to the ground, lost over 30%, 28%, whatever it was over the last 2 days. They're doing an all-stock deal. All-stock deal, $7 billion all-stock deal to buy a deadbeat company. Isn't it awesome that people are doing all-stock deals? Did you know they did a bond offering just last month, and they raised $1.3 billion at a 0.5 coupon? Why aren't they getting free coupons? I don't understand. They're an S&P 500 company. Why are they being leveraged at all? Maybe I'm crazy. I've been called crazy before. But you know what I'm not crazy about? Watch this. I'm going to show you something. This is the best part about my night. I can go over here. I can go into this fake account that I had to make. I had to make a fake account on Twitter because I don't have a real one, by the way. And I don't know. They just gave me a picture. Remember, it's not my burner account. I'm not posting on it. So, but here you go. Bar chart, one of my favorite ones to follow, comes in, and you're gonna love this. Okay, come all the way down. Sell kidney, keep buying. See this? That Jeremy Grantham guy again. You know what he says? He goes, "Hey, the U.S. stocks could crash 70%." To give everybody just for reference what 70% means. That's the equivalent, so we're clear, that is the equivalent of a 70% would be like you're dropping your book value from 8x to 2x. Just ballparking numbers, okay? So everything that's 8x on book right now, the whole S&P on average, would then come down to 2 times book. Do you know what Apple is book value? Do you know what Nvidia is book value? Do you know what any of they are? Palantir, do you guys know? Anybody know? $1, $2, $3 max. Stock price is 200, 300, 100. You're talking about less than 1% of that stock is book. What I'm trying to tell you is there's a lot of room to lose. And when Asia's selling off and every asset, every fixed asset, you don't think it's a problem. You just literally said they're comfortable. They're up year over year, as you called it. Yeah. They already lost 20% of their profit, 20% of their value from the peaks. You don't think that peak mattered? Who do you think bought it at that price? You ever seen people try to trade in silver? I saw a whole video of a guy bringing in silver. Try to trade it in. You know, they told them, you're going to get this much per ounce. You're going to get this, you're going to get this. Well, we take off. We only give it to you for 80%. Okay, so it's not worth what you say it's worth. Now, 80%. So we can't find somebody to pay 100%, period. So why give it a price then? Why give it a price of whatever X, Y, and Z is? The price you see on silver, young man, is really 80% less than the price it is because nobody pays that price. Who pays spot? Nobody. How about gold? Same thing? Cool. You're going to have to pay the price you see on GameStop. I don't have to pay the price I see on Nvidia, Microsoft, Apple. Ooh, the number one stock is still trading above the 200-day MA. Here. Let's challenge your theory, and you tell me how bad the Mag 7 and any other stock I want to list. Tell me how bad it is. Let's start with the most global stock of them all. Let's start with McDonald's. Can we start with McDonald's? Is that fine? Here's McDonald's. Does that look healthy? Here. Do I need to zoom in? How about that? I'm on the weekly chart. The weekly chart. When was the last time you saw, what is it, gap fill down here? From 2024? 269 from 337? You want to know what that down is? I mean, I could tell you it's 70. That means 20%. We're in a recession. 20% on the most global thing in the world. McDonald's. It's everywhere. Okay, that's not a recession. That's not an indicator for the markets, Marantz. You're right. How about Nike? Are they global enough? But the lowest price in Nike's history, and how long? Oh, let me go to the monthly chart. Nike hasn't been this low since Jordan retired. 2015. Last time Nike had this price. No? I'm the only one. Nike's down 70%. No? Just made that shit up. But you're right, bro. Yeah, it's not that bad. No, we're not bad. The economy's not bad. It's absolutely perfect. The SPY's all the way up, right? It's 8,000 points, 7,000 points. It's cool, bro. How about Lululemon? 516 down to 117. I don't know, 80%. I mean, when was the last time you saw these levels, Marantz? 2019. 7 years ago. Nah, it ain't that bad. It's probably nothing. MicroStrategies from 543. Don't worry, bros. Down here at $82. Margin is calling. They want their Bitcoin back. What the hell is going on, bro? That must mean nothing, by the way, to you. Nothing. MicroStrategy, nothing. It's just a dumbass thing. How about Oracle? You know what? Is it OCLA? Oracle? Yeah, look at it, man. I get lucky. Check out Oracle. From 343, it must have just been this month. It must only be crashing this month. We're down from 343, by the way. In less than a year, we're all the way down to 148. Huh. 50% down, 60% down. Oh, there's no problem here in the stock market, Marantz. You're completely wrong. Hurts. I know. I was told to buy this damn thing by every meme stock bitch. Oh, no, Marantz. You can't be right. Marantz, coming out of bankruptcy, they went all the way to $46. Don't you know, bro? No, I told everybody, don't touch it. It's trash. $2. Huh. Huh. Okay. What you are when you go to sleep at night. Microsoft. Got you. Are you here, bro? What's your name, by the way? What's this kid's name in the chat that said this nonsense to me that knows nothing about markets? He thought he did. Direct. Direct hit. Not so direct after all, huh? Oh, yeah. The pumps, they're huge. They're up year over year. Huge. It's going to be huge. Microsoft? Huh. What's it doing? Great Scott. Let me throw in the 200-day moving average in here. Can I do that? Let's do style. Let's go here. Let's go to 200. Can we do that? We did that. Hold on. I'm fixing it for you, dudes. I'm fixing it for you, homie. Is it up here? Oh, it's right here. Sorry, right here. Watch this. Settings. So it's 200. Got it. And then I want to do a 50. Can I do a 50? 50. Got it. And then let's go to style. So we'll turn them on. We're going to turn on 50 and 200. Got it. So what does that look like to you? That one of the biggest companies in the history of humankind, and it's below the 200-day moving average. I just want to make sure you see that. Below the 200. What do you think is happening right now? What do you think is happening that no one's talking about? The world's not talking about it. Oracle, down below, down to the 200-day moving average. Not bad, huh? And this is a weekly. I'll go to the daily. I'm so sorry. Below it all. Blow it on down. Microsoft, blow it on down. What are we doing? What are you talking about? Death crosses? But Marantz, you're wrong. And by the way, Apple orange juice is down 75%. I just want to make sure you know that, okay? Because you're going to need some. You need some healthy snacks in between. They're not even down to their 200-day moving average. Nope. But they're sure close to it. They're heading that way, buddy. It's not looking good, man. What's going on, Scoob? We gotta get into this Apple stock. Oh, gosh. Mickey, I think this is what's going to happen. I don't know if I even have the accents right. I wouldn't care. Hey, Netflix, what's going on? What's wrong? You just up your price, Netflix? What's going on, Netflix? Why are you? What's going on? They're on the ground. Pick them up. They're almost down 50%. You telling me this economy's great? Crazy, bro. Amazon. Let's see, Amazon. Maybe I'm wrong. E-commerce company called Amazon. I mean, they're just bullies, man. These guys are just bullies. Marantz, you're a bully. In 2 months, it went from their all-time high, 278. It's now down below their 200-day moving average. I know. 20% down. So you mean to tell me this? All the Mag 7 stocks, all the stocks that are popular, everything that you see here, has transitioned into recession territory, and no one has called this out. Palantir Technologies, the darling of everything, is down from 207 to 112, 50% down. Do you know why this is happening? Let me tell you, man. Let me explain to you why this is happening. This is happening because there's so much room to lose in every investment because they're overvalued. They're disconnected from fundamentals. And when you're overvalued and you're looking at a company like GameStop who comes out with guidance and trying to tell the world this is a safe place to land, we're the ones holding up this market. You just don't know it yet. But you're going to find it out. You're going to find out very soon because the leverage that these guys are carrying and losing, it can only be hidden for so long. We own the things that they need to own. We own Bitcoin. We own our own stock. We invested into one of their darlings that they can no longer pump and push and pull. They can't manipulate it. They can't do the things they were doing to make it look like it's so great. We are taking your ammunition from you and using it against you. Give Ryan Cohen a pat on the back. Our show's very informative. I know. I don't know how it happened. I don't know where I got this still trap of a mind and this delivery that's one of a kind. But you know what? It's made for us. This information is made for you guys. I'll tell you what, and I'm going to tell you something, okay? And you can watch all the shows you want to watch, all you want to be Farmer Bros and whatever bro you are. I'm going to make sure you never get seen again, by the way. And I'm reading the chat. There was somebody who joined. There was some other stuff. Said here, what did he say? They were valued, but I'm not selling. Tax implications. Yeah, you're an idiot. We realize that. You're worried about taxes. You're not worried about losses. You said Apple was below 200-day moving average. Not all the companies you're showing on the chart on been in much longer year over year. Just a measurement. Economy isn't great. I'm no fan of Mag 7. No, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. You come to a GameStop channel trying to tell me that they're not below the 200 moving. What were they? Were they this close? They're below the 50-day moving average, right? Do you want to go next week? I mean, do you want to see what's about to happen next week on a short week? No? Because, I mean, GameStop's going to come out with some info. GameStop's going to unleash the Kraken. It's all good, bro. Start his own show? He can. He can come out with it. Here's what I'm going to tell you. There's not a spot in the world, MSNBC, Bloomberg, I don't care what it is, Schwab, not a spot in the world you're going to get all this info in one take. Unapologetic, sincere, and it's documented. This world is documented. This stream is documented. This corner of the internet is documented. This fight for GameStop is documented. Video after video after video. Whether people watch or don't, whether they're motivated or not, whether I feel good or I don't, still got to show up. I had a message for a young YouTuber last night that I was trying to tell. It's like one of those make it or break it moments in your life. Either you're going to be a man or you're not. But men know what conversation I'm having. Because when men hit that wall, it's usually around 35, they realize all the mistakes they ever made doesn't matter. We're here. We're now. Now we grind. Good. Ryan Cohen is our age. He has our work ethic. He was brought up in our world. The world of knocking on doors and asking if your friends can come outside and play. That's how you share your information. We don't have our heads down in a tablet. We're not doom scrolling. We know how to start conversations out of thin air. We were born before the internet. We invented the internet. We learned how to do patches. Oh yeah, some of you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. DLCs weekly. Figuring out how to download music and burn DVDs and CDs. And while these kids are out here cruising for porn, we're spending our nights talking about GameStop. It's as good as porn. It's better. I get more excited from GameStop 8Ks than I ever would from Pamela's DDs. Nope. The only due diligence, the only DDs I like is GameStop DD. Not these fake Instagram models. They're all gross, by the way. The word on the street is they all smell like onions. That's the word. Rico told me. I don't know. Hey, guys. I love you guys. I have a good time here. But my best times are when we're giving out all the info we can. Running it back in history lesson. We'll come full circle now. GameStop's back on the grind. No, we cannot speak in private. Said, check out the Discord. The video I posted right now in the Discord, it fits to us mad guys here. Envoy, I'd love to. I don't want to. Bro. As much as everybody posts shit to me all day, I get to it when I get to it. I'm out here trying to play League of Legends, get back to WoW. I'm on a 1-hour timeline. How many guys know I do this show 1 hour a night, or I tried to? Do you see how long I went last night, bro? Whew. Last night was real. But hey.
Something about the way she moves. I can't figure it out. It's something about her. It's like, ooh, it's something about kind of woman that wants you but don't need you. Hey, I can't figure it out. It's something about her. Cause she walk like a boss, talk like a boss, manicure and nails, just set the pedicure off. She's fly effortlessly, and she move like a boss, do what a boss do. She got me thinking about getting involved. That's the kind of girl I need. She got her own thing, that's why I love her. Miss Independent, won't you come and spend a little time? She got her own thing, that's why I love her. Run deep.